Welcome to another episode of Wall Watch, where we see how women respond to actually hitting the wall. Now, again, there is no shame because all of us get old, but we all handle it different. Some handle it with grace, some handle it being very bitter. Now, today I have a woman who's actually giving some advice. So I want you guys to comment why you agree or why you disagree with what this woman has to say. Now, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel. So here we go.
As a 40-year-old woman and someone who's been married twice, you are in a relationship. And you're not married yet, this is advice for you. Pick the nice guy. The guy who's dorky but in a good way, who's gentle, who's not obnoxious, who doesn't overly post or even post at all on social media. They're always going to keep you happy. They're going to take care of you. They're put your feelings first. I know it's like in the moment and you're young and it's fun to like pick somebody who's like, you know, a little bit out there, who's love bombing you. Those are all red flags. And you're probably thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be bored or he's boring. It's better than the alternative. Boring is good. It takes a mature person to realize that, you know, pick the boring guy. When I was younger and in my 20s and early 30s, like I didn't think that. So
Now, the reason she doesn't think that is because of the damage and the trauma that she's accrued over the years. Oh my gosh. Now, another thing is, why would you not want the guy that's out and about, that's lit? Well, because of the same reason, the damage and the trauma that comes with the guy who's lit.
So you're single and you are trying to settle down or be serious with a guy or get into a serious relationship with a guy. Pick the one that is boring or that's too nice. I promise you, like, that's what's going to keep your household at peace, creates a peaceful environment. It's the best. Thinking about it the other day when all these relationship things memes show up on my Instagram, how I learned the hard way when it comes to choosing a guy or a lifelong partner.
Now, this is great advice for women, but this is disrespectful as fuck when it comes to men. I mean, this woman really wants you to put her first. Now, at first, when you first hear that, you think, you know what? Yes, I am going to put her first. And as a man, right, that provides for your woman, that takes care of your family, that takes care of your household. Yes, you should absolutely put her first. But the problem with putting a woman like this first is, what is she actually going to give you? Now, she said she's going to bring you peace. What I can tell you about a woman who has been married 2 times and she's over the age of 40, she's prepared to divorce you. She knows exactly what to do. She knows exactly how to build up a case. She knows exactly how to love bomb you and get the reactions out of you that she's looking for. Now, this is not a bad looking woman. In fact, she's actually attractive. Now, although this is great advice that she's giving the women aren't going to listen to her because they're into the shiny things, the trips, the gifts, the money, the experiences. This is what they're looking for. Actually, this is what she's looking for as well. Now, the reason I'm saying that this is highly disrespectful when it comes to men is because when she's talking about being being with the nice guy, first of all, no one wants the nice guy. No one. But the reason why she wants the nice guy is because he's not going anywhere. It doesn't matter what she does. He's not going anywhere. He will not cheat. Like she said, he will prioritize her. He will make her the star of the show. But she will get bored with that. She will start to disrespect him. He will have to put up with the headaches that she's going to give him. And she is going to run him through the mud. Oh my God. I'm just speaking from experience, you guys. I've been married. I've been divorced. I've been in relationships after. I have children. I can tell you, she's going to run him through the ringer. Now, why would she want a man who doesn't post on social media or who's not posting not posting very much or not at all. Now, this is really, really simple. It's the same thing. It's all about control. It's all about manipulation. For instance, she can be sneaky on social media. Women don't realize that them posting on social media is cheating, because eventually they're going to do something that's very revealing, whether it be their body and clothes or whether it be their own personal relationship. No public relationship lasts. The only relationships that has a chance to survive are relationships that are private, because when your relationship is out front, there's so many opinions from so many different people that it has no chance, because women go on their emotions. So if they go on their emotions and she's not feeling so great about what was just said, guess what? Her emotions are going to overtake how she's looking at the comments. Now she's going to look at the comments, and the comments are going to have a completely different effect on her. Now, the next thing is there's not going to be any competition, right? Meaning there's no other women that are looking for you because they don't even know you exist. Now, this was a waking up point for me when I realized what women are actually doing on social media. The private posts, the private profiles, the private DMs, like all the secrets that actually happen, how people signal each other that they like each other or that they're interested in each other. All I'm saying to you guys is I'm speaking from experience. A woman that doesn't want you on social media, but she's on social media, that is a sneaky, conniving woman. Now, when she talked about being in the moment, and how younger women want a man that's lit, right? A man that's out in the streets, right? The reason why they want that is because it is exciting and it is fun. But this is what men call the happiness over everything phase. Now, everything is going to be good and happy until everything hits the fan. Now all of a sudden she isn't getting those good morning texts that she wanted. Now all of a sudden this guy isn't treating her the way he did in the beginning. This is something that all women go through. In fact, this is something that all people go through, because once that hair starts to fall out and it starts to turn gray, now all of a sudden you can't really blend in with the younger people, with the younger crowd. Now all of a sudden you stand out because you have gray hairs. Again, some people handle this with grace and some people feel the need to start replacing things. For instance, dyeing their hair, changing their body parts, cutting off body parts, getting bodies carved, right? Because they're trying to maintain a youthful look, which means they're not handling it with grace. But fellas, the one thing that I can agree with this woman is boring is better. Right now, boring is better for her, but she's going to stress that guy out. I mean, she's going to stress him out so much to where he may actually want the divorce, or he may want to go ahead and just end his life, just because the headaches that she's going to give him, the pressure, the extra added pressure that she's going to put on his back day in and day out. He won't be able to tolerate it for as long as she thinks he will be able to tolerate it. Now when it comes to like boring and being too nice, in my mind, what I think she's talking about is being stable and consistent. Being stable and consistent is the key to actually being successful. Now, your confidence will automatically increase, because if you do something consistently and repetitiously, what's going to happen is you're going to automatically improve in those areas. For instance, if you consistently meditate and read, invest, exercise, you're going to automatically get better in those areas. For instance, if you just stay consistently working out for at least an hour every other day, your body is going to start to look better. If you start to read at least 20 minutes, let's say 20 minutes to an hour every single day, or even if you skip a day here and there, you will become a little more intellectual. You'll become way more knowledgeable. And the sooner you start to invest, the better your life is going to be in the long run. 2 to 5 years from now, you will be in a completely different financial position because you were consistently investing in something. Now, let's be clear. You will have to invest in the right thing in order for this to really pay off. But if you find that thing or those things that you can invest in, your life will be completely different. Fellas, the day that we are living in is the hookup culture. Now, I will say this because my grandfather, he was married about 3 times, and one of my uncles was also married 3 times. But what I understood about those men is they just didn't want to be alone, and they had to have a woman. Why? Because times were different. You had to, in order for you to consistently have that intimacy that you wanted, you had to have a wife. Now it's a completely different day. Women don't require marriage. In fact, what they're looking at is finances, because they're trying to match what you're doing financially. Now, I have no problem with it. I have no problem with women being sexually liberated, because what it has done is it has showed us exactly what's going on. Because with all the cheating that's going on now, when we are talking about cheating, the only reason we think women are better cheaters is because men are not usually blowing up the spot. Now, what we do see men doing now is actually exposing those women, meaning they'll record the phone conversation of that woman lying to her boyfriend or her husband. That's what we're seeing now. But he's still not confronting her, right? He's not blowing up the spot because he realizes he doesn't want to have to deal with her emotions. He just wants to deal with her and then let her go back home so that he can deal with her when he's ready to deal with her again. But I have a question for you guys. What do you think? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that this video is done, do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and then share this video to anybody that you think this would help. Other than that, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.